Coach Nish, Isaac Overmyer was named academic All-American last year. What does that mean to this program, and how does him graduating affect this year's team?
Well, at least in cross country, losing Isaac to graduation, it's a big deal. It's hard to replace individuals like that are all conference, athletically, academically. It's just a great thing to have another individual earning awards like that for the program. But basically, over the last 9 years, the cross country team, 10 years, hopefully now, has earned the United States Track and Field Cross Country Coaches Association all academic team honors. And so the team has been able to do it year in and year out with individuals such as Isaac Overmyer. A couple years ago, Grant Pulver won the NSIC Elite 18 Award, which was having the highest grade point average for an individual competing in the conference championships. He won it the first 2 years, and last year Kendall Hill won it as a junior. All of three, they've had 4.0 GPAs, and Kendall Hill will be tough to beat again this year as the defending. Since he won it as a junior, it'll be hard for him not to earn it as a senior.
The Bulldogs finished 15th at the NCAA 2 Central Regional Championships last season. What is the outlook for this season, and how do you look to better that this year?
Well, it's not the finish the team was looking for. They do look at rebounding, hopefully, fairly strongly this year. The difficult part will be replacing both Isaac Overmyer and Luke Lar, who were the top two runners last year. So that's the negative part. The positive part is that from the region team, the top 5 are returning, or the next 5 are returning, so runners 3 through 7. So we have a solid nucleus. And some of those individuals didn't have the best of races at that meet or did not finish. So basically, I know that it should be a much, if all goes well, it should be a much higher finish this year than it was last year.
In losing Isaac, UMD also loses its other captain, Luke Lar. How does this affect the team overall, and who are you looking towards to be a leader within the squad this year?
Well, again, losing both of those, there's 2 components to it. Their athletic ability at the conference championships and the region meet, that's, very difficult to replace. Also, the leadership qualities that they both have are also difficult to replace too. With that being said, so far, the 2 captains this year, seniors Jake Kluver and Kendall Hill, it's only been a few weeks into the season, and they've just done a phenomenal job so far. So that's been a very positive thing for the team, that they're, everyone's looking up to them. They've done a great job of leading so far, and we hate to say that they're replacing the guys that they left, but right now it's going very, very, very well.
UMD is slated to finish in 5th place this year in the NSIC. How do the Bulldogs plan to finish in a higher spot?
Again, losing Luke and Isaac, both all-conference athletes, it's not an easy thing to do. But the nucleus behind them is there. The guys that are returning, basically the same thing. We return a lot of the guys in the top 12 from last year's team. And, sometimes it's difficult to lose that 1-2 punch, but the guys on the team this year and senior captains, Jake Kluver, Kendall Hill, they're already running a lot better than they were last year at this time. A few of the freshmen have looked really good so far in the time trials in the first couple weeks of practice, which is great. Other returners from last year are Braden Kubat, Owen Smalley. As we go through, and some of the guys last year that were young include, as freshmen, Jonathan Tostenson and Matthew Trutna. They've been looking really good so far as sophomores. So as it's early in the season, there's a long way to go, but there's a lot of depth on the team to help try and replace that 1-2 punch. And I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of pack running, that when you see the first Bulldog come across the finish line, you're going to see the next 4 or 5 not that far behind, and that's going to help a lot in some of the bigger meets that we may not have a guy right at the very, very top, but once they all come through, that helps the team scoring in a big way.